Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright. Just concluding using the RevAir on men's hair. I'm starting off with the tradition of cornrow braiding, which has its roots in Africa. Happy Black History Month, everybody. So I'm going to comb this section out using the Wright comb. Okay, so we want to make sure the hair is nice and detangled. I also used a little bit of my edge control to start the braid off to collect the hair at the hairline so it could be nice and neat. All right, now cornrow braiding is nothing new where I'm from, so there's nothing special to report here about this technique, except I'm sure everybody pretty much does it this way. I don't know another way to cornrow braid hair except the healthy way. So you know I'm going to promote what? That cuticle must be sealed. That's all I love to promote because that's what makes the magic happen. When the cuticle is sealed, you can braid the hair nice and, snug without pain. So I was asking him, am I being too aggressive? Okay, that's really, really important that you do not braid the hair too tight. When I visited the West Africa, the Gambia, I was taught to not braid the hair tight because that's just, it's painful. It's not a good experience. Also, keep in mind, some people have not had their hair braided, or maybe it's their first time. So even if you do just a little tug, it can be a little uncomfortable. So please don't pull too tight. But what you can do after your braids are in, brothers, use your do-rag. Ladies, you can use it too. Just make sure you tie it nice and snug to keep the hair from becoming frizzy. But what you don't want to do, shower cap. Please don't put the shower cap on. The shower cap will cause the Afro hair to do what? Swell and revert. So your cuticle will go from healthy to damaged to it's the seeing some you know what. Okay, y'all see what I'm saying? So please braid the hair, with integrity. Be nice. Don't be so rough on your hair because too much tugging will cause a little bit more damage. So when you braid the hair, you can use your favorite oil, gel, pomade, wax, grease. Just don't use too much because if you do, the hair will collect more lint and dirt, thus making the hair matted and very, very hard to wash that stuff out of your hair. So here again, this is nothing new, but if you haven't tried it, I'm using the Morrocco Methods Euro Oil on his ends. Now, the ends of Afro hair has a tendency to be dry and more fragile because our natural oils can't travel through that texture to the ends. So feel free to add a little bit more oil to those ends or as you braid it down. You don't have to, but I like to, so it does help. I also made sure that I didn't braid the braids tight to the nape because it's cold here, and even as a matter of fact, it's supposed to be a blizzard tomorrow, so we have to put scarves and high collars on. So I just made sure it wasn't too tight. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry, he wore these braids too. My customer from Ethiopia, she shared with me that these braids back home in Ethiopia, where she's from, were called warrior braids. As you can see, they're worn by Emperor Johannes IV of Ethiopia. Now, this is according to her. So, just a little history. So, men have been wearing braids forever, okay? So, here is another emperor, Emperor Turdos. So, his locks were actually, or have been, returned. The British Museum returned the locks to Ethiopia. I'm sure the killmongers of the world are very, very happy. I know they got some more to return, but hey, it's a start. So Emperor Turdos, we here in America have a not so good history with Europeans forcing us to do stuff with our hair too. as in the Spanish colonial period, the Tayans law, where women of enslaved women and some freed women of Creole ethnicity had to tie their hair down because white women were intimidated by the beauty because the white men were like, hey, baby, y'all looking good. So women in Louisiana of Creole ethnicity had to tie their hair down. So here we see the British Museum returning Emperor Turdo's locks back to Ethiopia. So that's a wonderful feeling. So congratulations, Ethiopia, on receiving your locks in antiquity. Whew. That was deep. So here is his warrior braids, okay? And thank you, RevAir, for allowing me to share a little known Black history fact with my people here on my YouTube channel. I do have him use the DECA scalp therapy on his scalp. So this would be his pre-cleanser so that his braids don't become too scaly and the odor. So this will hold him over for a few more days until it's time for me to wash his hair over. So this is an alternative to shampoo, but eventually you'll have to wash your hair, okay? That's the Morocco Methods Restorative Euro Oil. I love the Euro Oil. I will put the description in the link. It's very light. It doesn't have an odor. And men's hair is a little bit tougher, so it works really nice. And then there is my edge control. I glazed his scalp with Nature's Blessing. And then, of course, I use my two favorite combs and the RevAir clips, okay? So again, thank you so much, RevAir, for just, always supporting me and being here. Also, guys, check Crystal and I out every Thursday on Instagram. We go live at 7 o'clock. The Wright comb is available at my RevAir, okay? Also, please check out my podcast. It is available on all the podcast platforms, and it has been rated as one of the top hairstylist podcasts to listen to in 2021. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up and that bell, and check me out on the other social media platforms. Peace out, my good people.